Kupec's here. Didn't see you here, Senator Kupec. We were like, where is he? He's keep starting us late. So we will begin now that Senator Kupec is here. Today is Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. It is 8:34, and this is the Minnesota Education Finance Committee that I am calling to order. First on our docket is Senator Kupec. So Senator Kupec, would you like to, I'm sorry, but do you have an amendment?
Are we starting 1330 or are we starting with 2552?
2552, let's start with.
Sure. I don't think I do. I'm not sure that I have an amendment.
Okay. I'm not sure either, so
right.
I don't think you do. Okay, so why don't
good.
you go
We're
ahead and tell us about your bill? Sorry on a Tuesday morning.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So Senate File 2552 is the Debt Service Equalization Program. This first operated in 1993. It offers state aid to certain local school districts to help repay debt used to construct, renovate school buildings and other facilities. The program is intended to help offset or equalize variation in school district property taxes due to the district's varying levels of property wealth. To be eligible for aid, school districts must have a low tax base wealth per student and a relatively high debt per capital student. This program has sort of gotten a little tight here over the years as the funding has not really increased. 131 schools in 1997, and it then dropped to 34 in 2019. So the current appropriation for the program is $15 million for the 24-25 biennium. Senate File 2552 would add approximately $40 million to the program. This $40 million is in property tax relief that goes to low property wealth districts throughout the state and that are distinct disadvantage when trying to pass building bonds in voter proxied elections. Property tax efforts used for one purpose, in this case debt service for building construction, is a burden on the taxpayers that in effect prevents the effort from being used elsewhere. Property taxpayers can only be asked to do so much in low property wealth districts that are at a disadvantage because of the comparative burden of raising $1 in revenue for whatever purpose is higher in low property wealth districts. This proposal does not seek to take any money away from the school building bond agriculture credit that went into law in 2017. There is a need for both approaches. This is not an either or, it is a both and. The burden on agricultural property for building bonds also needs continual improvement. And with that, I have one testifier.
Thank you, Senator. We have Superintendent Matuska from the Casson-Mantorville District, and you are online. So if you would be so kind as to state your full name, and you may begin.
My name is Mark Matuska, and thank you, Madam Chair Kunish, Senator Kupec, and members of the Senate Education Finance Committee. Good morning. I am the Superintendent of Schools at Casson-Mantorville and an avid supporter of schools for equity in education for more than a decade. Before I do get started, I would like to thank many of you who are involved with the Ag Bond Credit, or what we call Ag to School funding, that was provided to our Minnesota farmers a few years back. The reduction in property taxes for our local farmers on their tillable acres has been well received, and as you know, will be remembered and appreciated by them for many years to come. Today, I am honored to support similar legislation that will also assist many of our local taxpayers. Senate File 2552 provides an increase in the debt service equalization aid that will dramatically reduce the property tax increases for our local businesses, the homes in 1 acre for our farming communities, in addition to our household residents living throughout Minnesota. Please know that this does not replace the Ag Bond Credit. School districts like Byron, Moorhead, Pine Island, Stewartville, Farmington, and St. Michael are all growing, yet have extremely low property wealth, mainly due to a lack of industry. Nearly all of these districts have also either recently renovated or built new facilities that have increased their debt service payments. Historically, we have had over 11% of our debt service equalized by the state, yet that figure has dipped below the 3% mark and has been holding at that rate for at least the last 5 years. Senate File 2552 gets it right. As written, the cost of this increase in debt service equalization aid is just over 40 million, and the number of districts that would qualify will increase. For those school districts who already qualify, they would also see an increase in aid and a smaller tax burden on their citizens. This bill simplifies the process by creating a single tier of equalization at 100% of the statewide average of net tax capacity. In addition, it sets the threshold for state aid eligibility at 10% instead of the old one, which was 15.74%. For a district like Cass-Manorville, the increased state aid would result in a reduction of taxes for our constituents of nearly $1 million annually. Keep in mind, these are not additional dollars for schools, yet they are a significant reduction in taxes for our families, our farmers, and our local businesses. As our communities continue to grow, new school buildings will always need to be built. For those schools with higher property tax wealth, the impact on taxpayers is significantly lower than all of the districts I mentioned earlier that have extremely low property tax wealth. For this reason, I ask that you please support Senate File 2552. Thank you, Chair Kunish, Senator Kupec, and members of the Senate Education Finance Committee for your time and support of this critical legislation for our taxpayers.
Thank you so much, Superintendent. Is there anybody in the audience that wants to speak to this bill at all? Members, any questions or comments? Seeing none, I'm going to renew my motion to move Senate File 2552 to our possible inclusion for our omnibus bill. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right. That is Senate File 2552, and we are now on to Senate File 1330. Senator Kupec.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Chair and the committee. Bill 1330 is a bill to clarify current law around long-term facility maintenance revenue program and the ability of our local school districts to make necessary health and safety updates to facilities that they've purchased and converted over to an educational space. The bill requires school districts to document to the Commissioner of MDE that the purchase and subsequent remodeling of the facility is less expensive than constructing a new facility for the same space. Communities may prefer that schools repurpose existing buildings rather than demolishing existing buildings. I want to emphasize that these projects are very cost effective. They save money to the taxpayers. In my own district, the Moorhead School District, we have repurposed an old Sam's Club and have made it into a career technical academy, which is one of the shining stars really of this state in terms of creating these technical academies. And then in the Fergus Falls School District, they have taken an old Target and repurposed that for an early childhood education center. Doing this for the districts, it's about half the cost of building a new building, plus the added advantage of taking something that is an empty retail space and turning it into something new. So now as you come into Moorhead on I-94, instead of seeing a big empty Sam's Club on the side of the road, you see this wonderful new career technical academy. However, both of the districts were denied by MDE the usage of LTFM to make HVAC upgrades to make those spaces compliant with student usage. So House File 13 or Senate File 1330 would reflect the situation. With me today, I have the Superintendent of Moorhead and Fergus Falls Public Schools, and they can both explain their situations in a little further detail.
Thank you, Senator. Before we go any further, Senator Westlin, would you please make a motion for Senate File 1330?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would move Senate File 1330 for possible inclusion in the omnibus.
Thank you. Superintendent Lunick, if you would like to state your full name, and then you may begin your testimony.
Thank you, Chair Kunish and Senate Education Finance Committee. My name is Brandon Lunick, and I am the superintendent of the Moorhead Area Public Schools. And like Senator Kupec said, we were fortunate enough to acquire the Sam's Club facility, which sits on an 18.5-acre site which came to us with 144,000 square feet of basically a big old box store, retail store, and we had to convert it from an occupancy mercantile to an occupancy education. And in order to do that, we had to meet certain standards, or the 62.1 ASHRAE standard, which is set forth by the state. But anyway, we were able to acquire that facility for $29 a square foot. And then when we remodeled, we added a second floor in there. So now we have 172,000 square feet. And once construction was done, it was done for roughly $157 a square foot. So we feel real fortunate to be able to be in that building and allow us 172,000 square feet for slightly half of what current construction cost is now. Some of the things that it does for us is it allowed us to renovate the current facility, like Senator Kupec said, and convert to a 912 programming that focused on trades and industry, culinary arts, health careers, child development, and lab space for future careers that we yet don't know about. And so as we continue to look at this, we believe that the funding there exists with the health and safety, but with the requirement of us having to make those HVAC upgrades, our district and I believe Fergus Falls believes that this is a funding mechanism that is already available to the schools. We would just ask that when we're modifying a building that since we're asked to make that upgrade to make it ASHRAE compliant, that we're able to utilize this bucket of funding. So I'll take any further questions that you have.
Thank you, Superintendent. Next, we have Superintendent Drake from Fergus Falls Public Schools.
Good morning, Madam Chair Kunish, committee members, Senator Kupec. My name is Jeff Drake. I'm the superintendent of Fergus Falls Public Schools. A little history on our project. On February 3rd, 2018, Target Corporation closed its retail store in Fergus Falls. The 89,000 square foot facility remained vacant for over a year. The Fergus Falls Public School District purchased the building in September of 2019 for $1.55 million. That's $17 per square foot, which included an 8.6 acre campus. In total, the project has two phases. Phase 1 is complete and turned approximately 50,000 square feet into an early childhood center. Phase 2 would develop the remaining 40,000 square feet to accommodate our kindergarten program. Cost estimates are just over $12 million. Of that, $4 million is necessary to bring the HVAC system up to ASHRAE standards and meet the code requirements for an occupancy E rating. Without the $4 million in LTFM health and safety funding, we were unable to move forward with the project. Ultimately, how does this bill benefit our community and our children? It paves the way for fiscally prudent use of tax dollars. We can repurpose the former box store for about 50 cents on the dollar in comparison to new school construction prices. It removes blight in our community through adaptive reuse of an empty building. The building renovations provide Otter early childhood programming with modern features and amenities. It increased the number of preschool slots. It allowed more flexible scheduling options, which also better prepared our students for kindergarten. We gained outdoor play space. The facility enabled us to serve school meals. We also leased a portion of the facility to Children's Corner, which enabled them to serve an additional 20 children. Finding available childcare is a huge issue in our region and statewide. Phase 2 will provide a much better learning environment for our kindergarten students, as the current school, built in 1939, has several limitations. It will eliminate overcrowding in our high school building by creating space to reconfigure grade assignments in other buildings. In summary, both Moorhead and Fergus Falls projects demonstrate the creative and cost-effective adaptive reuse of empty commercial facilities and can provide substantial savings to our community and a multitude of educational benefits for our students and families. Thank you for your time and consideration and continued support of public education.
Thank you so much, Superintendent Drake. Questions or comments? Senator Rarick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And to the author, I see at the end we have blank appropriation. Is it your intent just to see what the target of the committee is, to see what potential increases could be made to this program for school districts?
Senator Kupec.
Madam Chair, yes, we talked about of making this bill maybe just centered on for Fergus Falls and Moorhead because they had built this, but we also felt, speaking with the superintendent here, that this is a good bill for the rest of the state as well, because there will be, as we move forward, there will be these big box stores that close. So yes, it's kind of open because I think it will depend upon, the needs of whatever other communities arise.
And Senator Rarick, would you like Ms. Hoffer to also respond to that?
You can.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and Senator Rarick for the question. So members, in your packet, there is a fiscal note that accompanies Senate File 1330. You'll see on the front page of the fiscal note that it shows that there is no state aid impact for this provision. If you flip to the second page, it walks through the assumptions of the bill, and it states that it's estimated that at this point, about 2 school districts, that'd be Moorhead and Fergus Falls, would use this provision, but it's possible that others would use this provision over the years. It's also assumed that the long-term facilities maintenance plans could include the heating, ventilation, and AC projects that would be needed to fit the certificate of occupancy for the remodeled buildings. It's assumed that any access to the long-term facilities maintenance revenue would be all levy authority for the districts. So as a result, the blank appropriations in the bill, those would essentially be zero. That would be taken out of the bill as it would all be levy. The fiscal note does not actually provide an estimate of the local fiscal impact for these 2 school districts. I do believe the superintendent from Fergus Falls mentioned that they would need approximately $4 million from their long-term facilities maintenance revenue for these projects, though I don't know the cost for the Moorhead School District.
Senator Rarick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I really appreciate that. I guess what I would like to see is that we would consider potential, aid from the state to help with this as well, because in a way, the taxpayers are getting hit twice, because this would be on the local levy to make these improvements, which I understand it's a lower cost than building new, but it's also in both situations, we're taking commercial property off of the local property tax rolls. And I've heard from my community, we've had similar situations where other commercial buildings have been taken for use like that, but it comes off the property tax rolls, which then redistributes local property taxes, so it raises everyone's. So in a way, people are kind of getting hit twice. So I mean, depending on what our targets are, I would love to see us looking at this as a possible use of some of our target to help schools that are being financially responsible, being more cost effective, but in so doing, they are taking commercial property off the local property tax rolls. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Rarick. Those are really good points. I don't know that, especially as we look to the future, how much we can plan or would be able to help those communities that have situations like that. Senator Kupec, any more comment?
No, I would agree. I think that, moving forward, that would be, a good thing, maybe a fund set up that schools could access for that going forward.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Well, I think, you know, if we can use facilities that are already there, that are already sitting, and when we want to look at perhaps reducing class sizes, expanding the space that our school districts might be, have access to in order to do that, I think this is one of a good way to use those spaces. I understand the tax implements, but one way or the other, we have to make sure that we have the space and the resources for our students. So any closing comments?
I would just say, I would like to invite anybody too that wants to come up to Moorhead to see the Career Training Academy. It is, it's a separate issue, but it's a really, I think it's something that could be modeled across the state, because all our local businesses have seen a direct impact for trades, students who don't necessarily want to go to college, and it's in conjunction with our local businesses, and it's really making an impact in our community. So come on up and see what we got.
Thank you, Senator. And with that, Senator Westlin will renew her motion to include Senate File 1333, possible inclusion in our omnibus bill. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, committee.
Thank you, superintendents. All right, next we will move on to Senator Hoffman, Senate File 1601. And Senator Umu Verbaden, would you like to make a motion for Senator Hoffman's bill?
Yes, Madam Chair, so moved.
All right, Senator Hoffman, when you are ready.
Madam Chair and members, thank you for hearing Senate File 1601. It is an equalization bill that I'm going to take you back in time, 1994 and then 2013. Actually, 2013, the first bill that I had done as a senator was to equalize the first $300. And for those of us that don't understand equalization, here's what I used to say years ago. Let's say you have a piece of property in a property-poor school district. In Anoka-Hennepin, the district that I come from, which, by the way, happens to be the largest school district in the state of Minnesota. I'm glad you're smiling at that one. It'll never get old saying that. At the time, we used to argue, if you wanted to get $900 from the state of Minnesota, you would take a $100,000 piece of property, let's pick a town, Coon Rapids, Anoka, Champlin, and you would have to leverage that $100,000 piece of property by the max of $212 to get the $900 from the state. Let's take that $100,000 piece of property and put it out in, I don't know, Orono. Let's pick on Orono, shall we? Do you know how much you had to leverage to get that $900 from the state of Minnesota? $74. And so there's this unequalization that occurs within education. And so equalization has always been an issue for property poor districts. One of the things that I remember Denny Carlson used to tell me, John, if what's good for the Iron Range is good for Anoka-Hennepin. And in the case of equalization, that was absolutely true because of the property poor district that it was, even though it was the largest in the state. And so here we have a bill that increases the first tier referendum equalization factor, and that basically gets you to the 150%. I'd like to have the great fix, but we're not here to do the great fix. We are here to get it halfway there, so to speak. So with me today is the chair of Anoka-Hennepin School District, Marcy Anderson, and probably the smartest education budget person you're going to find in the state, Michelle Vargas, who have known both these individuals for over 20 years. And so with that, Madam Chair, I give to you Michelle Vargas, I think, first, right?
Yes. Thank you, Senator. And Ms. Vargas, if you would state your full name for the record, and you may begin.
Thank you. Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Michelle Vargas. I am the Chief Financial Officer for the Anoka-Hennepin School District. I am honored to be here to testify in favor of Senator Hoffman's bill, Senate File 1601, which proposes to adjust the first tier equalization factor to 150% of referendum market value per resident pupil unit. As a low property wealth district, the exponential increase in property values has eliminated all state aid on our referendum of just $1,100 per pupil unit. Our taxes payable for 2022, which is our current year, fiscal 23, generated $38,000 in state aid on $45 million. For next year, our $46 million referendum for fiscal year 24 has 100% tax levy. There is no aid. We no longer generate any equalization aid. Our referendum market value per pupil unit is now greater than the $567,000 equalization factor at $602,000 per referendum pupil unit. This bill would generate approximately $8 million in state aid, reducing our Tier 1 levy from a ratio of 100% to 55%. This is 100% property tax relief and does not generate new revenue for the district. This would reduce local tax burden on a $250,000 home by $60 annually, or 11%. Quite simply, our taxpayers are paying a disproportionate share of this voter-approved revenue source that was once shared funding between the state and local taxpayers. To further address the gradual change in tax burden of equalization for Tier 1, back in the mid-90s, this levy was 75% levy and 25% aid. More recently, back in 2015, Anoka Hennepin was 31% aid and 69% levy. As mentioned, we are now 100% total local taxpayer for this. This is a spread on a tax base where 80% is residential homes. Our families are bearing the impact of the equalization factor not keeping pace with inflation growth, as we are seeing in the home values. In addition to the erosion of the equalization for low property wealth districts like Anoka Hennepin, we face the challenge of a higher tax impact on homeowners while generating less revenue per pupil unit. Like Senator Hoffman recently mentioned, just to illustrate this challenge, when we're comparing a high property wealth district that has an average of over $1 million per referendum pupil unit, the impact for them compared to a $250,000 home within an average district and an Anoka Hennepin home. The high value district with over $1 million per pupil unit with an $1,842 adjusted pupil unit has a tax burden on a $250,000 home of $408. An average district with a $950 referendum has a $314 tax impact. In Anoka Hennepin, a $250,000 home for our current $1,139 referendum has an impact of $459. When you compare that to the high property district that raises $1,842, it's $51 more. That is 13% more to generate $703 less annually. We pay more to generate $703 less. This is a disadvantage to our taxpayers and a challenge for our district to ask our voters to pay more for the same funding other districts can generate for less tax impact. Please support Senate File 1601 and reduce the tax burden by providing substantial savings for our families and businesses in a low property wealth district like Anoka Hennepin. Now I'd like to introduce our school board chair member, Marcy Anderson, for final comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Vargas. And Ms. Anderson, if you would like to introduce yourself, your full name, and then you may begin.
Good morning, Madam Chair and committee members. My name is Marcy Anderson, the chairman of the board for the Anoka Hennepin School District. I appreciate this time this morning. A special thank you to Senator Hoffman for authoring this bill. Increased equalization has been a priority for our district for many years, and it is a strategic priority an important priority for us this year. And I just wanted to remind folks that not all investments bring new money, and that's exactly what this is. This is a value add for our district, and it provides tax relief for our property owners. So we would really encourage you to support it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Anderson. Members, questions or comments? Senator Rarick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And just again, I don't see a fiscal note available yet. Do we have an estimate as to what it would be?
Ms. Helseth, if you'd like to respond to that.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Senator Rarick, for the question. So I did model this bill, and the referendum aid and levy will switch, so it'll be about an 86 million levy decrease in referendum, and then that'll also increase in referendum aid. And because referendum also impacts non-resident students enrolled in school under the options adjustment program, that's another 4.3 million in aid. So in fiscal year 25, the aid change is about 81.3 million, fiscal year 26, 91.3 million, fiscal year 27, 91.5 million. And again, the levy decrease is about 86 to 87 million starting in fiscal year 25 and later.
Follow up, Senator Rarick? No? Anyone else? All right. Well, Senator Hoffman, any final comments?
Yeah, I want to thank Senators Klein, Senator Rarick, Senator Gustafson, Senator Kruen for being authors of this bill with me. And one other thing to point out, Madam Chair, if you look at this little town of Buffalo, Hanover, and Montrose, years ago, it was for every 25 cents they would put into the coffers, the state would give them 75 cents. The last time out, they had to put in 92 cents into the coffer to get 8 cents from the state of Minnesota. So it's time to get that shift back, Madam Chair, and I appreciate, members, there's some handouts in your packets for you, but appreciate the time here, and I would hope that you can move this on to the next stop or lay it over, or what's your disposition of this, Madam Chair?
Thank you, Senator. I think our plan is to lay this bill over. And with that, Senator Verbatim renews her motion to lay Senate File 1601 over for possible inclusion in our omnibus bill. Thank you.
Madam Chair and members. What a great committee. Bye.
Next, we have our very own Senator Westlin, if you'd like to join us. Senate File 866. And if you would like to make that motion yourself for your bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to move that Senate File 866 be laid over for possible inclusion in the omnibus bill.
Thank you so much. When you are ready, you may begin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm going to give a very brief introduction, and I do have an amendment. I do have the A1 Authors Amendment, and I would like to move that amendment.
Oh, there it is. A1 amendment. Members, we have the A1 amendment for Senate File 866. All in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? All right, you may begin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This bill actually seeks to combine the current two-tiered formula of local optional revenue into a single tier and increase the total revenue allowed from $724 per pupil to $840 per pupil. It also seeks to tie this to future increases in the base, so whatever the percentage increase in the base would also be reflected in the local optional revenue. And with that very brief introduction, I'm going to let the experts come and testify. And I think first testifier, actually, we have Superintendent David Law from Minnetonka, who has also brought a student with him, Mr. Arja Krishna. So,
wonderful. Superintendent, if you would please state your full name, excuse me, full name for the record, and then you may begin.
Good morning. David Law, Superintendent for the Minnetonka School District. Senator Kunish, members of the committee, it's my honor to be here tonight, or today, on behalf of this bill. I really am going to turn it over quickly to a student, but I have to give a couple connections. We have a Vantage program that's focused on career and college pathways, and one of those pathways is public policy. Senator Swedzinski has spoke to this group recently. Our job is here as a public policy student, and I just want to acknowledge that both his proud mom, who's a physics teacher in Minnetonka, and his class are watching as this is happening, and our job will be presenting on this bill, and I'll be happy to answer some questions also.
Thank you, Superintendent. Arju Krishna, if you would please state your full name for the record, and then you may begin your testimony.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Arjav Krishna. I'm a student at Minnetonka High School, and I thank you all, members of the committee, for allowing me to speak here today. I'm here on behalf of 11,000 Minnetonka students throughout our school district. I'm here advocating on behalf of the local option bill, also known as Senate File 0886. And this bill will allow for greater funding for students at both my school and in my district, but also across the state. For example, as a program that my Superintendent Laws mentioned, I'm in a program at Minnetonka High School called Vantage, and more specifically the public policy strand, where we use project-based learning and experiences to learn more about how government influences our lives. And Senator Swazinski did speak, and he had a very great talk with us, which was very fun. My school district, Minnetonka, ranks 310 out of 331 Minnesota school districts in the general fund state aid. And additionally, if you include the operating referendum funds with general fund aid, Minnetonka ranks in the 50th percentile in funding. Despite perceptions that my school is one of the highest funded, I've learned it's one of the lowest in the West Metro area. With rising labor and supply costs, we need to have other methods apart from the formula to reduce cross subsidies, and the local option revenue is one of those methods. When first tier and second tier local option revenue at $300 and $424 respectively were approved initially, inflation was not taken into account. If it were, this value would be over $875. With the local option allowance being up to $840, this is a huge step to catch up to inflation. Furthermore, the bill also has a formula to ensure that the local optional allowance can keep up with inflation in the future, so that we don't need to come back and revisit this bill. With the local optional allowance, this bill could generate over $1 million for the Minnetonka School District if this method were to be used and implemented by my school board. This would be a huge step to a high quality of education that students and parents really expect from the schools in our state. And this can be achieved throughout the entire state to ensure that this quality can really be up there. Vantage, as I mentioned before, is just one of the many instances where this funding could be used to make the program better. But also, this funding could be used for other things, such as better lab materials in science classes, or books in English and social studies classes, calculators in math classes, which with $1 million, that's about 10,000 TI-84 graphing calculators. And additionally, sheet music and instruments for band classes. And that could all be possibilities with the passage of this amendment in the bill. Memorable experiences in the classrooms, districts, and across the state can be really shown throughout this bill. And I personally would like to ensure that these experiences are not laid to waste and can be brought to students. And with the passage of a local optional revenue bill, this could be really used throughout the state. With more funding for schools, we could foster inspiration and bring learning to flourish throughout the state. Thank you, members of the committee, for listening to my testimony, and I appreciate you all taking the time to listen, and for your great work for the students of Minnesota. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Krishna. I appreciate that you took the time and the effort to come here today with your student voice to speak and advocate not only for your school but for the other students. And Superintendent, would you like to respond to that?
Just one additional comment. In light of earlier testimony from my friends in Anoka Hennepin and other districts around the state that are property challenged, this bill provides almost double the funding for property poor districts than it does for districts that have property wealth. And so just one other factor is we're looking at a total package to help all districts meet inflation costs. This bill complements that other bill very well, and that's all.
Thank you, Superintendent. I believe we have another testifier, Ms. Foucault. And just on a side note, I would hope that would also consider funding libraries.
Yes.
And library media specialists. All right, Ms. Foucault. State your full name and then you can begin. Yeah.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is Anne Marie Fuco and I'm Superintendent of the St. Michael Albertville Public School District. Over the past couple of budget cycles, my district has experienced significant budget shortfalls. Our shortfalls are not the result of poor budget planning or even the pandemic. Our budget challenges are due to state funding not keeping pace with inflation and our students not qualifying for much categorical aid, factors largely outside of our control. Recently, we cut $7.3 million and 77 staff members. Our class sizes are very high, with classes approaching 30 in kindergarten and grade 1, 42 in grade 5, and the low 40s in our core classes at our high school. We've also expanded our walk zone, which means we have 5- and 6-year-olds walking a mile to and from school. Drastically reduced our high potential programming, doubled our high school activity fees, and more. This has taken a toll on our staff as we have seen many high-quality staff members leave due to having to do more with much less. This includes 53 teachers who left just last year. To make matters worse, our school board is grappling with another $1.7 million deficit, which means additional cuts of 23 to 25 next year. Needless to say, this bill will provide financial relief and would stabilize funding for my district and all Minnesota school districts. It would increase funding by $116 per pupil, which would help recoup lost ground due to inflationary losses over the past decade. For my district, it would mean an additional $845,000 per year, which is the equivalent of approximately 11.3 staff, and would help reduce class sizes and produce some relief for our students and staff. In addition, the increase in equalization aid in the bill would be tax neutral for many districts and actually lower taxes for taxpayers in my district. You see, my district is property poor as we do not have a lot of commercial and industrial development, so the tax burden falls largely on our taxpayers. With 2 recent failed operating levies, passage of this bill would help us pass a levy should our school board decide on a future ask. In closing, I am here today asking for your careful consideration and support of this bill. The students and staff in my district desperately need your help. Thank you for listening and for supporting students across our great state.
Thank you, Superintendent. That is a dreary picture that you have just painted for us, and it's certainly, as a teacher of 25 years, recognizing the impact, and I can only imagine the kind of pressure you are under personally and professionally, and I want to say thank you for continuing to lead that community, because it cannot be easy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions? Senator Swedzinski.
Dreary, that's a good word. Superintendent, can you mentioned 55 teachers, were they let go because of budget cuts, or were they just, they're frustrated with class sizes and all the other things that schools are going through? And of that 55, what percent of, how many teachers are there in the school district? So I'd like to know, the 55 is at, 10 or whatever. So thanks for answering those 2 questions.
Yes, thank you, Senator. So the 53 teachers that we lost were teachers, certified staff members, in addition to the 77 due to budget cuts. So the 53 teachers that we lost just last year decided to pursue other jobs in other districts where they could get paid more, where class sizes were a lot less. Some went to work in other industries and left the teaching profession because they were just so tired. We have about 450 teachers total in our district.
Oh, I'm just absorbing that. And you think of the potential if you had 74 and 53, is that what you're saying? That's like a substantial number. Thank you. Senator Swedzinski, follow-up.
So that's impossible. I mean, it's impossible for us to wrap our heads around. So 25% of the staff because of budget cuts and all the other post-COVID world we live in, have left your school district. I don't know how you're sleeping at night, but yeah. I hope maybe we can do something to get you and all the other people in your district and other districts are suffering a decent night's sleep somehow. So anyways, thanks for sharing that with us. Because Drury, Dyer, it's not just your district, there's others as well. So it's nice to be made aware of that here.
Senator Lucero.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I want to thank you for allowing bill hearings on this bill, the bill before. This has been a topic that we've been fighting out in our community for many, many years now. And in fact, I think you might have been a co-author when we were colleagues in the House on bills related to this. So property poor districts such as St. Michael, Albertville, and others across the state are definitely having incredible strain. And I want to thank Senator Westlin and Senator Hoffman for the prior bill for again, bringing this topic up. And then the incredible work of Superintendent Fukel for continuing to fight as hard as possible for our children and for the great teachers and staff of our school district. It's incredibly hard. And so, again, this is very important. It's going to have a positive impact on many districts across the state. So, again, just thank you as we continue to put a budget together in this committee that's going to help bring more equity in education funding to districts across the state. So, thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Rarick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And again, we have a blank on the appropriation, but I see we have a run. So can we get just a little bit of a rundown of what the estimate is and what the runs indicate for us? Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Rarick. I was just going to bring that up. Yes, if Ms. Hillseth would, members, we're talking about the run that's in your packet, and she will, Ms. Hillseth will explain it.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Senator Rarick, for the question again. So this bill, like was talked about by Senator Westlin and the testifiers, it increases the per pupil amount in local optional revenue from $724 to $840 per pupil. And again, local optional revenue is done at the school board level, so they're the ones who can approve it. It changes the equalization makeup of the program from 2 tiers to 1 tier, and then also increases the amount of equalization where it's done at a statewide average. So again, it increases as property values increase throughout the years. So this bill will be levy neutral. All change increases, the approximately $102 million in entitlement for fiscal year 25 would be made up in state aid, so there would not be a levy increase. And then for the district run, you see at the top left, it says SF 866 A1 Westlin local optional revenue. That shows your district number, the name of the school district, the adjusted pupil units, and then the current local optional aid right now is just over $50 million. The proposed local optional aid under Senator Westlin's bill with the A1 would go up to $152.4 million. So that would be an increase, the change in local optional aid, just under $102 million or 116 per adjusted pupil unit. And again, the levies are actually going to be about -$2 million for fiscal year 25, -$1.7 million for fiscal year 26, and then -$1.2 million for fiscal year 27. And then the aid in fiscal year 25, the run shows entitlement amounts, but if you take the 90% split, that's just under $97 million. For fiscal year 26, $106 million, and then fiscal year 27, $104.5 million. Oh, and then the equalization factor, because it's not a set number in statute where it was before, it changes again to make sure there's no levy increase under this bill. So that'd be 116% if you're curious for fiscal year 25, goes down to 111% fiscal year 26, and then 108% fiscal year 27. I hope that's helpful, and please let me know if you have any follow-up questions.
Whew. Thank you, Ms. Hillseth. Senator Rarick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I think I know the answer to this one, but for clarification, on a number of schools, there's nothing there. And is that because they do not have a local optional levy?
Ms. Hillseth.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Senator Rarick, for the follow-up question. So that would just be because they have a higher property tax wealth base. Most schools do levy to the whole, well, it was 724, but under this bill would increase to 840 per pupil, but the districts that aren't receiving any aid with that additional 102 million are because their property wealth is too high for what the equalization factor is.
Thank you, Ms. Hillseth. Follow-up?
Yeah, I guess that is thank you, Madam Chair, something I'll have to look into a little bit. I see one of the schools that's listed there is Aiken. I struggle to believe Aiken is a district that has a lot of property wealth. There's one of mine in here, Renshaw. So I'll have to look into that a little bit as to why some of these districts are not considered property poor, because first glance it sure appears that some of them are. So thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Any other questions or comments? All right, Senator Westlin, final message to us all.
Only that I appreciate the members hearing this, and again, we want to make sure that we are getting money to our districts who desperately need it, and try to bring some equalization to our school districts around the state. So I thank you for your attention, and thank you so much for our testifiers, and especially for Mr. Krishna. As we say in Yiddish, I'm kvelling. He did a really excellent job, and I look forward to what he's going to do later in his life.
Yes. Thank you, Senator. And with that, we renew Senator Westlin's motion to lay this bill over for possible inclusion, and enjoy hearing the student voice. All right, last on our list is Senator Dahms. If you'd like to come up and share Senate File 1247.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members, and I appreciate your hearing Senate File 1247.
Let's see, let's ask Senator Gustafson to make a motion to the bill.
So moved.
Go ahead, Senator Dahms.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members. Today we have Senate File 1247, and this is expanding the long-term facilities maintenance for cooperative facilities. Madam Chair and members, Senate File 1247 seeks to confirm the existing deferred maintenance authority for intermediates to other educational cooperatives. Current law allows member school districts to intermediates to levy $65 per pupil for deferred maintenance needs. School districts across greater Minnesota have formed educational co-ops that serve familiar functions as the intermediates, and this bill would include them in the deferred maintenance revenue program. This bill clarifies that school districts can use their lease levy of a cooperative facility they once owned, and allows the school districts to use their LTFM revenue to enhance a leased facility from either a public or private owner. The bill does not create any new tax authority. The levy authority provided in this bill still resides with the independent school district members of the cooperative, and they are not mandated to use it. This bill just adds a levy option for the consideration. Madam Chair and members, today I have two testifiers that would like to speak on this bill. And Madam Chair, with your permission, we have Dina Hagan, and she is the Director of the Special Education Northern Lights Special Education Cooperative. She is here on Zoom. And we have Mr. Jeremy Kovash, the Executive Director of Lake County Service Co-op. Madam Chair, with your permission, I'd like to turn it over to the testifiers.
Thank you so much, Senator Dahms. Ms. Hagan is joining us virtually. If you would like to state your full name, and then you may begin.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Dina Hagan, and I'm the Director of Special Education for Northern Lights Academy, which is a special education cooperative school district in Cloquet and Carlton, Minnesota. Our cooperative district educates students with severe behavior disorders and severe autism from our 12-member school districts that are around Duluth. This legislation is extremely important to me and other directors across Minnesota. Our cooperative currently operates its program for about 50 K-12 students in 3 separate locations because it's really the only option that we have. We're in an old school basement, a church education wing, and part of a member district high school that's not used. Because of the inequity in the current law, our member school boards don't have the option to consider specific lease levy authority for them to pay for the cooperative educational space that would allow all of our students with severe needs to learn and be safe under one roof. Our Northern Lights Academy students can't learn safely in their typical schools, but they deserve to be able to be educated in a real school setting, just like any other student in Minnesota. One quick story I'd like to tell you is that 6 years ago, we were able to bring a student to Northern Lights that was deemed too dangerous to be in school and was on home-based services. Now, thanks to our specialized programs, that student will graduate from high school this spring. And this is just one of the many success stories we have to tell. Members of the committee, we need your help to change this law so that students with severe disabilities have equal access to specialized program in appropriate facilities, whether they live in the metro or rural areas of our state. It's only right for kids to have equal access across Minnesota. We are unable to move forward with a facility project without passing this bill. So I thank you so much for your support of Senate File 1247, a bill that will treat all educational cooperatives equally under the law, supporting our work with very special students.
Thank you, Ms. Hagan, and thank you for your dedication to those students. Next, we have Mr. Kovesh. If you'd like to state your full name for the record, and you may begin.
Thank you, Jeremy Kovesh. Madam Chair and members, thank you for your time and attention, and I ask you for your support of Senate File 1247. My name is Jeremy Kovesh, and I am the Executive Director of Lakes Country Service Cooperative, LCSC, in Fergus Falls. LCSC serves more than 35 school districts across a 9-county region in west central Minnesota. Our combined student population is approximately 35,000 students in pre-K to 12, from districts as small as 80 to as large as 5,000 students. LCSC serves the students from our member districts with the greatest needs, who are most at risk and in need of highly specialized and individualized programming. For LCSC, Senate File 1247 provides our member districts an additional financial option for them to accomplish facility goals regionally. The Minnesota Service Cooperatives, like our friends in the Metro Intermediate districts, need safe and secure facilities for our Setting 4 educational programs. We continue to, of course, see major changes in our student populations across the state, which include an increase in referrals of younger students, students with more extreme mental health needs, an increase in physical aggression among students of all ages, most troubling amongst elementary students, and a lack of space for on-site mental health support and collaboration. As of today, our member districts have only 2 ways to pay for these cooperative facilities. Number one, they could utilize a portion of their $212 per pupil lease funding, or number 2, they can use general fund dollars. Both options create immense pressures on our member districts, local budgets, as many times they have projects and are programming for which they would like to dedicate these funds. In our case at Lakes Country Service Cooperative, the lack of dedicated funding option is a major contributing factor to our difficult decision just last week to close an alternative program in Moorhead. Having an additional $65 per pupil of dedicated funding for cooperative facilities will make available the best educational settings possible for our highest need and most at-risk students. Without this additional resource, our members will have to make a choice, forcing LCSC and other cooperatives to continue to use buildings that are not appropriate or do nothing for our students with the highest needs. Senate File 1247 may seem like a minor piece of legislation given the larger topics at hand this session, but this bill is of great significance for our work and we need to pass this session. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Kovesh. I was just taking some notes here. Members, any questions or comments? Senator Rarick.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and Senator Dahms, I want to thank you for carrying the bill this year, and Senator Kunish, thank you for hearing the bill. This is a bill that I have been following and working on the last couple of years. I personally toured Northern Lights Academy up in Cloquet, and they're not exaggerating when they talk about the fact that they're in facilities that are far below the standard that many of us would expect. But their hands are tied with the funding options available to them to improve their facilities. So this is very important, and as we have other provisions that can allow us to get more money into whether it's special education cross-subsidy or the general formula for our schools, it can really help these co-ops that are helping the kids who need it the most. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for the endorsement on that bill, Senator Rarick. Any other comments or questions? Senator Dahms, any final thoughts or ideas?
Well, thank you, Madam Chair and members. I appreciate you hearing the bill today. This bill will go a long ways in helping our co-ops, and in many cases, rural Minnesota, our co-ops are the best opportunity for us to have some joint education throughout the districts and do it more efficiently. And this would certainly help in that efficiency. It would help in facilities, and it would help in providing a better education to the students in need of this type of education. So, Madam Chair and members, I appreciate your hearing this, and hopefully we can get it to the finish line. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Dahms. Any last words for anyone? All right. So with that, Senator Gustafson renews her motion to lay this bill over for possible inclusion in our omnibus bill. Members, that ends our hearings for this morning. Tomorrow, we've got just a couple of bills on our docket, one for the Department of Children, Youth, and Families. That is in the evening. Let's see. But we have two, that's our evening hearing tomorrow, and then in the at our usual time, we have Senator Champion's Girls in Action. What? Oops. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm just mixed up here. So tomorrow at this time, we have just the governor's budget. We'll do an overview. And then tomorrow evening, we will hear the other bills. So thank you so much for being here this morning, and we are adjourned.